I'm your host Ndai, and welcome to Soundtracks, the podcast where we share the personal connections that we have with music and how these connections have shaped our emotions, our memories, and our experiences. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for trusting me with your time. On this episode, I sit down with Khadijah.
Hi.
She's an up-and-coming artist here in Namibia, and she's also my sister's best friend.
Yes.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so excited.
Let's do this. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so nervous, but I'm feeling so great at the same time.
Just a kind of quick one. You're a musician.
I am.
Why? How?
Okay, well, how did it even start? Honestly, one day I just woke up and I was like, I really do like to sing. And I really do like to compose music or just to write it down, just whatever. I like whatever comes with music. So I decided I was going to hit up a friend and I was like, okay, I'm really serious about this music thing. Let's get it going. And he was like, okay. So he put me in connects with some people that are pretty good in the music industry. And it just went from there. That's like kind of where it was born. I was just like, I really like it. I don't want to sing for like the fame of it. I kind of just want to leave like a story behind, especially for my daughter. I have a daughter. She's 5. So one day if she feels like, she's going through something and mom's not there no more, she can like go back to a song of mine and just like, yeah, my mom said this, so I'm going to be okay.
That's so sweet, and I just started getting emotional. That was so sweet.
I really think about it every day. Like, I want to leave a mark for her. It's not really about who I get to meet along the way. I mean, that's also really important because they shape who I am as an artist. But the most important thing for me in my artistry is really leaving a message for my kid and my kids' kids and all of that.
For them to be able to kind of go back onto Spotify and listen to those tracks and be able to connect with you in that way. I actually like, because I don't have artist parents, so I never thought about how when they're gone, that's their legacy they're leaving to you. That's their art. That's who they were. They're leaving that to you, and you have something to always go back to, and kind of reflecting the people that they were. And like you just said, like, the messages that they would have told you had they been here, on how to navigate love, on how to navigate kind of friendship, navigate just life in general.
Exactly.
Just being able to kind of go back to that. I've never thought about that. And that's very sweet.
That's exactly what I'm trying to leave behind. I just want to make sure that when I'm no longer here, she has a song for everything. And I also feel like it's very important to shape her imagination. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like give her like a sense of, I can also be artistic. Let's say even she wants to dance, she could, she could do that. Just to know that at least mom followed her dream. I want to do the same.
The permission to be artistic and the permission to take risks, because it's not, an easy thing being in the industry.
It's not,
especially in this country. So just be kind of permission to be like, if I can do it, you can do it too. And just because sometimes people don't have the role models who don't take the traditional route of like the 9-to-5 shebang, or start a business. And there's so many of us that I think we have these creative passions that we don't pursue as like careers or whatnot, because obviously one is fear, and 2, just like we think too practical about it. Like, what if I can't eat? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's very like risky doing what you do, but having the passion behind it and the purpose and you're prioritizing your passion and your future, and being able to like give that down to your daughter, that even if she does decide that she doesn't want to be a creative,
that's
still
okay.
having the option that I can, doesn't always have to be the traditional route. Which I find very cool.
Also, to me, I think is I started doing all of this. I think I don't even know how to explain it, because it makes me very emotional to think about it. This one time I went to my dad and I was like, he asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to be a singer. I think I was 10. And he was like, but you can't do it. Like, with your name and your surname here in Namibia, you're not going to get the recognition that you want and all of this stuff. I was just like, I told him, watch me. And then a couple of years later, here I am, so I don't ever want my kid to think that because of where you come from, or the name that you have, or your surname, your background, whatever, you can literally be whatever you want to be. And that's what I'm trying to teach her.
Is that the reason why you kind of went for your stage name as your name, as is?
As name and surname. Khadijah Herunga. That's who I am. That's who I'm going to be forever. And because I was told I'm not going to be this person, I was just like, I have to prove you right. And mind you, I love my dad. Love him so much. But, you know, it was just like those moments where someone had to rock your boat a little bit just so you can see that you actually got it. Yeah.
It's great. So we're going to move into a song, a game I call word association. I'm going to give you a word, and you give me a song, right? Whether it's a song that's like the lyrics, the word is in the lyrics, or it evokes an emotion or a feeling inside of you. You kind of just like, you know,
Got it.
go.
Got it.
So your first word is love.
Love. Okay, I got this one. It's my favorite. I'll always sing it. I love you. I swear to God, it's like, for me, Barney, really, like, as a kid, I'm not gonna lie, I know it sounds dumb.
It's not dumb at all.
But, like, every time I think about love, I just think about that one song. I know it's weird.
No, it's not.
But, like,
maybe it's your earliest kind of...
Yeah, it's my earliest moment,
song,
like, you know,
of like...
Because every time I heard the word love as a kid, I'll always think about Barney. Because I was so obsessed with this big purple dinosaur. Also, purple's my favorite color, so I was like, oh my God, he's purple and he's saying he loved me. Also, he just sang like about family and all of these cute little things, and I felt like as a kid I was very much like a loner, alone. So I didn't really like show emotion much. So I was just like, okay, Barney says he loves me. That's what matters. So that's really
I love that. It's so like, it's so left field. You don't expect it.
But
and
like,
I love that.
for me, it's, I love you, you love me, we're a
Happy family with a great big hug and a kiss with you. As you say, I love me too. Great, cool.
I love
Next
Barney.
song.
Love you, Barney.
Next word, creativity.
Creativity, as in like, okay, when I think creativity, to be honest, I don't think of a song. I think of like the action. Does that make
Action
sense?
itself.
Yeah, I think of the action itself. Like, because, okay, how do I put it? Being creative for me is like so sacred. It's like you're in your own bubble and you're doing what makes you happy, what identifies you as who you are. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But when I'm in my creative space and I think of creativity, I'm just like, that's me, the mic, the book, the pen, and I just make magic. So that's what I think about it when I think creativity. Just creating something so unique for you to share with other people, for them to relate to you. Yeah.
Do you have like, when you're getting into your writing process, have like songs or artists that you listen to kind of help you create?
The one artist that has helped me like be in my creative zone is probably Erykah Badu. I love neo soul music, and I just feel like it sounds like a little bit of heaven in your ear. But mostly when I'm in the studio and I hear a beat, I fall in love instantly, and I write with what I feel. Like everything just flows within me. So I'm just like, I don't even think about like an experience that I had. I just listen to the song and I think, what would I feel right now? And I write about that. Let's say it's a catchy beat and it's slow and whatever, and I just think, oh, I could try and sing about the moon. How pretty. So that's exactly what I love about creativity, or the word that comes when you say creativity. I think just literally sitting down and let everything flow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next word is motherhood.
Me. Literally. Me, sacrifice, nurturing, loving, sleepless nights, grooming. Oh,
Do you have a song? Let's say your song.
yes,
That for you
mine.
in motherhood.
Yeah. My song "You." I wrote about my daughter. I wrote about her driving me crazy. You know, about how much I love her, about how much she gives me motivation, strength, all of these things. Like that song, oh my God, I cry every day when I hear it. Like I cry every time I hear it because I really put everything in that song because I thought about her. I feel like being a mom is like the best thing in the world. I'm getting so emotional thinking about it because I feel like she saved my life. And I don't think I would have been who I am now without her. She really did save me. Like, really bad. I love her so much. Motherhood is, I feel like it's like who I was meant to be.
A mom.
Yeah, definitely. I love
baby.
that little bugger. She's so cute.
It does you crazy, but it's your child.
Ah, my God. She drives me insane. But she's great.
You can listen to you and think that it's about a romantic love.
Yeah.
Which I guess is like two-pronged.
Yeah.
So it's purposefully done that way.
Yep, it was.
Just so like people are able to relate to it wherever the song will meet you wherever it is that you are.
Yeah.
And if it's in motherhood, it's in motherhood. And if it's a relationship, it's in a relationship. It's in a friendship,
it's
a friendship. It's there. Which I think it's great artistry, just being able to allow your listeners to take the song and make it their own and like what they relate to as mastery. So congratulations to you for that.
Thank you so much. That was kind of the goal, because like I said, I don't really write about, except for this one, but I don't really write about like an experience that I had, because if I had to do that, I'll have like 5 million songs, to be honest. But I really just like try to put other people's situations into the song, like try to relate to them, try to make music for people. Yeah, that's pretty much the idea or the gist of it.
Fourth word, womanhood.
Womanhood. Womanhood. I feel like that word, how it resides to me.
If you have a song that reminds you of like your womanhood.
Ooh. Yes. Hold on. I don't know if it's a song, but I know it's a song in a theme song. I mean, in a theme series that I used to watch as a kid. Sister, Sister.
Okay.
Of Tia and Tamira. Like, I just feel like, okay, what else? Which other one? There's so many.
Why that Sister, Sister one?
Okay, why Sister, Sister? Because I just feel like they display like the togetherness so much. When I look at it, or that specific series, the way that they stick together,
they show up for each other.
I feel like that's what women need to do, or what they should be doing, or what they do, is stick up for each other, show up for each other. And that's pretty much it. Like, to be honest, like, I just think of that one thing, sister, sister. Because when I think womanhood, I think sisters, to be honest. I just feel like we're just a bunch of like sisters out here trying to make it in this world full of, you know. I feel like it's sister, sister. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
Cool.
Yeah.
The last word, I'm gonna give you friends.
There's this one song by Khalid that reminds me of what is that one song's name? No, it's Better. Nothing feels better than this. That song reminds me of friendship, because my best friend, she likes that song. She likes that song, or whenever I'm like sad, she likes to play that song. It just feels like when I listen to that song, I feel like I think about her, because when I'm around her, I feel better. I feel so much better. She's like a little light in my life. So when I think friendship, I think of that song, Khalid, and I think of her. Yeah.
She's a good friend.
She's a great friend.
Sometimes I feel like she's my sister, by the way. I feel like she's sometimes giving to a detriment to herself.
Yeah.
And as her older sister, really pisses me off. gets me riled up. But she loves the open heart, and she tries her best to be super accommodating. Sometimes doesn't work for her because other people don't see that. And so when she's like going through like friendship shit, I get really angry because I know how much she does give to her friends, and then sometimes it doesn't work out, and that just pisses me off to the brim because like it's not fair, you know what I mean? When someone is that giving, they shouldn't have to like, you know,
go through so much
just because of friendships, you know what I mean? Because a friendship breakup is like,
I feel like it's the most heartbreaking thing. It's worse than a relationship. Sometimes
they know you better and they've known you longer than a romantic relationship. And especially when I think, I feel we go into romantic relationships as our best selves, putting our best foot forward. I look the best. I laugh at all your jokes, and that's how it starts. And then it kind of goes down where I'm getting comfortable. When friendships, I feel like sometimes it's just innate and it's comfortable from the first moment. You like, this might be, this is one of my crew, it's one of my people, and then you're gonna go in with a certain level of comfort and vulnerability that you don't necessarily go into a relationship with. And I think that's where the vulnerable and the risk is, because you go into friendships most of the time as 100% your real self.
That's very true. First of all, when me and my best friend met, we were like, what is this? Like, me and you? And now I don't think like I can, like, her being away for so long, I feel like I'm literally going insane, because she's like my human diary, and for me, it hurts me so much when she goes through situations, especially where I can't help. Or I'm too far away, or when I hear her cry, or it breaks my heart, because that's my family, and I've seen her go through so, like you said, friendships have broken my friend, and I've seen her go through that, and I just want to, Chipo, I love you so much, girl. And I'm always going to be here for you, I swear to God. So everybody else that, like, has, like, totally misjudged her or just saw her as this person that they don't know, they didn't give her a chance.
They just weren't worth it. I think sometimes when you're someone who gives so much of yourself, you can't give it to everybody.
No.
And I think I'm similar in that way, where, like, I'm super giving and super kind and super loving, but not to everybody, because I don't have the energy to pour into every single cup that I see. Therefore, I reserve it for the people that I feel.
And not everybody understands that.
And then that's okay. Then I don't need you.
Exactly.
And it's like, and I think for, like, you guys in your early 20s, the understanding that not everyone is going to like you and not everyone is your friend, and you don't have to have a big crew of friends, is unfortunately growing pains. Because when, like, say you grew up or you went to a boarding school where there's so many people all the time, and that's kind of what you see as friendship, when it starts dwindling in adulthood, you get like a little panicky because you're not used to it. But that's genuinely,
it's okay,
how it goes. Not all of us have a big friendship group of 30 people who all vibe at the same level.
And I feel like her knowing me, I'm not really like a people, like, she knows me, I'm not really big on, like, people. I get anxious really quick, and I stutter, but it's very different on the stage. I don't know how that's possible, but
you tap into a different side of yourself.
So, but then that's where she comes in, right? When I'm on the stage and I see her, I just look at her and I sing to her, and then I'm just like, everybody else don't matter, because I just see her and I'm like, and she's singing the words back to me, so I'm like, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I'm saying the right words too, so it's fine.
That's good.
And I like the fact that she's like in my music journey from the start until the end. I don't know until when that's gonna be, but she's there. She helps me write my songs. Every time I feel like I'm stuck, I send a beat to her and she tells me, okay, fix it like this, do this, put the high note here. So she's really the best, and you have the best sister.
And so does she.
So does she. Y'all are pretty cool.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna move into Song of the Week. Okay. My Song of the Week is Common Ground by Terrace Martin and Gallant. I find my music scrolling on social media. That's what I do. I found it scrolling on Instagram, not TikTok this time.
You said not this time.
Not this time. Usually it is TikTok, not this time. And I didn't quite like understand what the song was about. I think for me it's just the beat of it, like the that really got to me, and that's what I loved about the song. The beats have me. It's very simple lyrically as well. There isn't much really. I just think the musicality of the song is the reason why I like it, and why I go back to it the whole time. So yeah, that's my song of the week.
I like that.
What's yours?
Mine is Gone by Alex. I don't know. Isley. Alex Isley. Okay. I love that song because I feel like I resonate to it because of like my love life. My love life is pretty shaky. Actually, it's horrible. But, you know, she makes it seem like she's strong in it. She said, there's this line in a song that she said, careless is cool, but not at my expense. I have a history of dating nonchalant men because I think I'm that way to a certain extent because I'm not very good at expressing. So I lack that part in relationships, but I'm trying to work on it. But then I just have really bad luck in love. That's how I feel. And she just talks about in her song, she talks about how she needs to be strong in it. She needs to be like, she doesn't care about this. Like, you know, if you don't want to be in this, you gotta go. I'm still gonna be true to who I am. I'm not gonna change myself just because you don't care or you're acting like you don't care. You know, this whole I'm too cool for love thing, I can't do that. You know, I'm a lover girl. You know, I really want to experience that whole I love a fairy tale. Who doesn't, you know? So I don't feel like I should limit my expectations because somebody doesn't want to love me, right? You know.
Exactly.
So listening to this song just like reminds me of the fact that I need to stay true to who I am. I can't change myself just because someone else doesn't see me for who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I have to be Khadijah. I have to be mom. I have to be best friend, artist. I just need to be me. And I can't be who all these guys want me to be because that's not who I'm going to be.
Exactly.
So.
And being able to kind of understand that like, this is who I am. Just first step of like, this is who I am, learning who you are, in and of itself is a feat on its own.
It is. Because
who you are is ever evolving and it's ever changing. Therefore, your needs are ever evolving and ever changing. And it's always like a priority to have someone in a relationship with you who's able to accommodate to that, right? I think when people come into relationships like preconceived, like a whole checklist of things that aren't 100% important, like he needs to be tall, he needs to have this amount of money, he needs to be having this amount of job, this kind of job, or drive this kind of car, and those are all like really surface things, right? What about the like real stuff, right? And that's where like you come in, like I know myself, I know what my real stuff is, I know who I am, and that's where I want someone to meet me where I am. And I think we're not asking for too much to be kind of met where we are.
No, because I just feel like if I can literally pour myself out, and I have a habit of doing that, like I will fill your cup to the brim and I can leave mine empty. I'm very, I give all of me. That's the problem. But I feel like it's not a problem anymore. I don't think I should see it as a problem. I just need to understand that this is literally who I am. I love to give. It's literally a love language of mine. And that's okay. If I don't get back, I just need to know that at least leave some for me. I need to leave some for myself. Just so I can fill my own cup. And that's okay, because I feel like it's okay to give.
It is okay to give. And I think it's always a good thing
to the right people.
The right people, and also be with friends who can tell you that actually you're not getting back what you're putting in.
You gotta take a step back.
You gotta take a step back, and just, if that's not where they are, then that's fine. I think as women we have this habit of trying to fix people which doesn't work, and it never ever works.
Never.
And also, like, it doesn't only like apply to, like, relationships with men, relationships with women, like even in friends, like trying to fix people. Elder tight doesn't work. And they never, if they're not in them, like, there's a difference between trying to fix someone and being there for them as they grow and they evolve. Completely different. Fixing is my agenda. I want to make you better for me. Right? Evolving and being with someone who's like evolving, whether it's a friend or a relation, they want it for themselves, and you were just there to support where you can. It's not you're not prioritizing yourself. You're prioritizing them because you're just trying to help. Not, I want you to be this way, therefore I need to get you to be this way. And it's also a very draining exercise as well, to want to have to fix all the time.
It is. I also feel like the most draining thing, whether it be relationships, friendships, or even with family, it's a tit for tat. When you're always trying to get something, you give something and you're trying to get something back in return because you gave something. I don't feel like that's okay. Like, I don't find
just
that.
Do because you want to do.
Do it because you're trying to pour it into someone else's cup, like I said. That's all.
And not because you want. I think having the expectation that someone would want to pour into you because
you're pouring into
them.
No.
It's I don't think it's too much to ask for.
It's not too much to ask for, but also don't expect it, because you can't. The thing is that what somebody told me once, I think it was my mom, she was like, you can't expect someone to be like you. You can.
Fair.
There's only one you.
Fair.
Right? So if that person's not doing this for you because you feel like you're doing it for them, that's
it depends how they're showing up, right? If I show up for you by listening to your music, I don't have music for you to listen to, so you show up for me a different way. I think if you are going to be like with people, whether it's a relationship or even family, just show up for me, period. Whatever that looks like for you, that's for you to decide that it looks like for you.
Right.
But I have to expect that my people are going to show up for me. Right?
That not you have because, my back, pretty much.
Not because I show up for them. Fine, I do show up for them, but just because they want me to do well, right? So showing up for me is completely different. It's not the same as the way I show up for you. But it is a bare minimum requirement for your people to show up for you in whatever the manner that you need. I think it's meeting people where they are. I always, like, when my friends like send me messages and they're complaining about something, I ask, what kind of friend do you want me to be? Do you want me to be, let's buck out, let's be angry, or do you want solutions, right? Because sometimes people don't want you to give solutions. They just want you to be angry with them.
Or
listen, that's all. So which one do you want me to be? And that's how
that you ask.
I show up. Because I get a message and I'm like, okay, cool. I see what she's saying, but what does she want? Does she want me to give advice? Because I'll give solutions. Because I hate when I don't need your solution, dog. I just want you to be mad with me. And then you're coming with me with advice. Like, who said I know what to do? I know what to do.
I just need you to be mad with
me.
I don't want to be mad
angry.
Alone.
Exactly. I just want you to be like, validate my feelings and let's be angry together if that's what we need to do.
Because if it hurt my feelings, it needs to hurt yours.
Exactly. We must all back up together. I don't need you to be like rational with me. I just need you to feel with me. So that's how I feel, as if like, my friends show up for me, but I want to show up for them the way that they need to be showed up for, because they don't need my advice right now. They don't need my opinion. They just need me to go like buck that with them.
I like that you actually gave me like some sort of like advice, because most of the time, knowing the person that I am, if someone tells me something and they expect me to be mad, I don't know how to be mad. I'll just be like, I'm so sorry, girl.
As long as it's not performative, right?
No.
So I just need, like, if someone says, I just need someone to like listen to. When listen to means they don't need you to give them things to say. They just need you to listen and be mad or be sorry or cry with them. That's all they need. When like, what am I going to do? That's completely different. Then you can go into like, let's plan, let's find a solution hat, versus I just want someone to hear me out.
I like that.
Because I'm feeling some type of way and I want to be met where I am. I don't need a solution. I know what to do.
I actually like that so much. I should try doing that with Chipo, to be honest, because most of the time Chipo, like, I will call her or she will call me and we'll just talk about the situation and she'll be like, okay, bye. Like, cool. That's all she wanted. Just
Shouldn't ask
someone to vent
She didn't
to,
ask.
and that's it. And I'll just be there like listening, and I'll be like, and then what happened? And then she'll be like, okay, I gotta go now. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
That was it. And I realized that after every phone call, once that has happened, she feels a lot lighter. So at least I know, okay, I was there. Like, you know, I was just there to be like an ear, or a shoulder to cry on, whatever. I didn't need to say anything. I realized that the kind of person that she is, she doesn't really want me to say much. She just wants me to listen. So yeah,
present.
I get that.
Yeah.
Definitely get that. I'll start doing that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we're gonna go into your songs, right? So you can take it out of the fishbowl. We can go from there. So take any of them.
I can take. Okay. Oh no, this is Love on Demand. I love this song.
Love on Demand. Alex is Leanne. So I love Sir.
I love Sir. Love him. Okay. Love on Demand. I just I heard this song, I think it was 2 weeks ago. And just like once I heard the beat, she goes da 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 da. Oh man. When I heard that, I said, girl, you got me.
Alex got me, boy.
You got me right there. So from then I was just like, okay, you know what? Let me listen. Being love on demand. Loving on demand. Like, I feel like when you listen to a song, you have to listen to it like at least like 5 times.
So you get it.
Just to like be like, wow. Because every time I listen to a song, I like to think it's the first time. And every time I listen to that song, it feels like it's the first time. Like I said, I'm a love girl. So whatever has to do with love, I'm there. And she just like, the way she talks about it, man, she portrays it just to be like so calm. It feels like breathing, you know. And I listen to it because that's what I want for me. So like what I put into my ear canal, that's very important to me. What I listen to, I just don't listen to anything, because it's very important to make sure that my mind is clear. And because I make music, or because I literally am so in tune with it, I need to make sure that my thoughts are not, I don't want to say pure because that's a bit too excessive, but they're just in the right place. And feel good music like this just makes it so much more easier to be the artist that I am. So going back to that question you asked me about, like people that literally inspire me or whatever, I feel like this is like definitely a new inspiration. Also just the kind of music that she makes, I'm very intrigued with it. I also want to dabble into it because that's really pretty. It sounds like neo soul, and I love neo soul music. So this one song, I definitely resonate to it because of the fact that she talks about love being in demand. Like it really, I'm not going to lie. He ain't went to, this is dry. Damn. The streets, as you can see over there, is real dry. It's hot too. So love is on demand, man. And I'm trying to be in love. Y'all watching, trying to take me out. Just kidding.
I think when I heard the song, I was like, for me, it's just reciprocal love. Love that's reciprocated, and like wanting to be someone's, like, you know what I mean? Like, I am going to be there. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna love you the way that I know that you love me as well. And make you feel the way I know that you make me feel as well. And being able to like freely love in that way, knowing fully that you're going to be loved back, is, I think,
oh, that's beautiful.
A really, really, like, it's a gift.
Yeah.
To know that I'm gonna come into this thing with my full self, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to be loved the way that I need to be loved, right? Because we can't love the same way. Like the way I love my partner is not the same way he loves me, because I need completely different things from what he needs. Right. Whereas I need to be told every 2 weeks, because I have my period puts me in such shitty places. I need to be reaffirmed consistently for 2 weeks because I'm not doing well. Whereas he's a acts of service, like I iron his shirt, and that's for him is enough. I'll cook him a meal, that for him is enough. And showing up how the person wants you to show, but
loving them in their love languages,
loving them in the way that they want to be loved,
yeah,
and giving them what they want and not just what you want. I think
Yeah,
sometimes
that's
we
very
get really
important.
bogged down in like, oh, you buy someone extravagant gifts and they look at it and they're
that's not
just
really
like,
what they wanted. Yeah.
oh, thank you, and they don't have the reaction that
That
you would have
wanted,
have
yeah.
if you got the same thing. But that's not how they want to be loved, right? They want you to sit down with them while they're playing Xbox and you are on TikTok. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Yeah.
They don't want a big extravagant thing. They just want quality time.
Yeah.
So being able to like love people the way they want to be loved, and not only like talking about the song is a relationship song, which is great, but like even in friendships, like
Yeah.
just being able to be like, I know what you want me to love you. I'm not gonna love you the way I want to be loved. And the moment you feel like you're not being loved the way that you want to be loved, just go and be like, I want more gifts, please. Could you spend more time with me, please? Could you give me more words? Sometimes I feel really like I need someone to pick. Can you just tell me you love me more?
Damn.
That's it.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to learn how to speak, because I cannot open my mouth and just be like, please, like do this for me.
Because
Do that for me.
Also, that sometimes I feel like we get into like friendship relationships with people who we think know us. Therefore, I'm not gonna tell you what I need. I'm gonna let you guess, which is not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair.
So if you don't say, people won't know. This thing of like, oh yeah, you should just know. That's so unfair. How do you just know?
No.
You don't just know. So if you find it difficult to say it, you're a songstress, you write, then write it down.
Yeah.
And then pass it to the person.
I definitely do that. I do that a lot. Like, if I feel like I'm struggling, especially like if I get into like a little bickering with my mom, I write her a letter and I slide it down her door, like under her door. And she comes out and she's like, I didn't know this is how you felt. Yeah.
Do that because that's how you're comfortable, right?
Yeah.
You can't talk. You don't feel like you can talk. Write it down, pass it to the person, and be like, this is how I feel. And then the person is going to come and now respond to you, whether they write a letter to you as well, or they come to you with like words.
Yeah.
Then the conversation is at least being initiated.
Yeah.
Because I think we really need to like also like show up for ourselves as well. I'm not feeling the love the way I feel like I need to be loved. And if that person can accommodate, then you know, right? But trying to expect someone to give you that when they just genuinely can't because they don't know is unfair. People don't come pre-installed with like mind reading thingies.
Oh, how I wish. But you're right. That's true. I feel like the only thing that like will definitely, what am I trying to say? What kills relationships in general, I feel like it's the guessing or the assumptions, assuming that somebody knows how you're feeling. And that's definitely my fault too. Like I be walking around like people can read my mind, I swear to God, but that's not the case. So I love that we're having this conversation because you're opening my mind up to a lot of things, and I love to learn because I feel like every day you just keep learning, and that's really what I want to do, because honestly I'm not trying to be stuck out here looking dumb forever. No.
Yeah, next song.
Not that. Okay. Lost in Paradise. I used to listen to this song a lot when I, for some reason, when I felt sad. I don't know. I feel like she was talking about at the point when I was listening to it, I was quite young, so I didn't quite understand what she was saying, you know. I'm still trying to figure out if I do understand it till now, but the way I perceived it, to me, was like she's talking about just being lost in a situation that's kind of pretty but kind of scary, and I felt like in that place where I was, why I liked that song is because I felt like I was also stuck in a similar situation. But Lost in Paradise, I'm sorry, it's just stuck in my head. I love that song. Also, I just love Rihanna. Like, who doesn't? So everything Rihanna, I'm just like, yeah. But this song, definitely I resonate to it because, or back then, is because I was in a situation where I felt like I was stuck, but then also I felt like it should have been good for me, but I still felt stuck, you know? So I would always go back to this song. Always. I didn't know why. I didn't know for what, but it was just this specific song that I would always go back to. So yeah, just being lost in stuck in a situation or troubled or whatever, but you still feel like this situation is supposed to be good for you. Like, let's say for instance, that at that point was like a household where I used to stay. My mom was gone for like studies, and she was gone for 3-4 years. So I used to stay with some people, and it was supposed to be good for me because I'm staying somewhere. I have a roof over my head. I'm eating. I'm in a bed, but I was not comfortable. I was anxious and I was sad and I was missing my mom. But this one song, because of the beat, because of just everything happening in the song, like I just felt like it was feel good. I love feel good music, even if it sounds rowdy, as if it makes their little hairs on my, and mind you, they are so small, but if they stand, I know this is a good one. So yeah, that's why this song, it's one of the top 5 of mine.
Love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, next song.
Next one. You sorry.
No, you can sing if you want.
Okay, this is You, Khadijah Herunga. That's my song. Like I said previously, this song really, it was written for my kid. A lot of people think because my EP is set up to be a love story, and that's also how I explained it. Except for this one song, though, I didn't explain it to be as a love story. It's just a love story between me and my kid. But I added it to the EP that speaks about this one love that didn't work out. Initially, the EP was supposed to go like, I had feelings for you. So it's basically in the name, like, I had feelings for this person and it just didn't work out, but that's okay, So I made sure that I ended the note with you. It's at least a happy song, and it's people can dance to it and still feel like, I feel like it's a feel good song for me, at least, because it makes me really happy. My daughter wants me to sing it every night.
That's cute.
She's always like, Mommy, can you sing me that one song of yours? And I'm like, I know exactly which one. And we're just jamming, It's so cute. I love it. You see, it's so catchy. She's always like walking around the house. Love it so much. So that song, it's one of definitely the songs that like I said, I put a lot of emotion into, because I really don't do none of that. But just the fact that I heard the beat and instantly I just thought about my kid. I was just like, what exactly, how do I feel about my child? Sum it up. Put it in there. And it just sounded great. And I was like, yep, this is it. So when I wrote this song, I was just like, I was sitting in the studio. I was alone. And then, I was sitting in the studio. I was alone. And then some people came in and they were like, oh, this sounds like a cool beat. Let's hear what you got to it. And then I was just like, they're harmonizing. I was just like, da, 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 da. And everybody was like, that sounds cool. Let's put it in. So we did that. And then, honestly, making a song is so hard.
I can imagine.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
creating any kind of content is hard. Any kind of storytelling, like,
it's
medium
so
is very, very hard.
It's so hard. Because, like, now you have to, because every time I always ask the producer, does this make sense? Like, what I said here, does it make sense? Because I had to make sure, like, people are not just go listen to some nonsense. Like, I like it when my stuff makes sense. Like, I need to make sure I articulate myself. I need to make sure you can hear
me.
What I'm saying. Because I already can't talk for myself. I don't know how to. So in my music, that should be the first thing that speaks out to you. If you come to me and you say, hi, Khadijah, and I'm shy, go listen to my song. I'll say hi. I'll say hi to you. It should be the one thing that screams like I'm confident. And I'm, because that's how I feel confident when I'm in, the booth. And I feel confident when I'm on stage. And I feel like it's a whole new me, So I feel like that's the person I want people to get to know, because that's really who I am. So, yeah, the song You was just basically me trying to put myself out there, trying to put the love that I have for my kid out there, so people can know I have a daughter. I like to flaunt it, and yeah, and I also want people to know that being a young mom doesn't mean like it's over.
100%.
It doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean your dreams have stopped. It doesn't mean you can't keep going on, because I'm looking forward to raising a fantastic human being. I feel like that's like my second chance in life. If there's anything wrong with me, I feel like with her, everything right's gonna be like everything is gonna be just fine with her. So this is what this song means to me. It just means that I'm raising a great human being.
Amen.
That's all. Guys, I really just love my kid, dog. Like, it's not even a joke.
How old were you when you had her?
I was 17, and I feel like that love that I have for her is so intense because I was young. My teenager is gone. I didn't get to really live it. I had a baby young. I was criticized. People didn't like me for that. But every day my motivation was just my kid. I would look at her and I'll be like, I don't want to get up, but I have to, because you're hungry, because you want to play, because you want to hug, because you gotta take a bath, so all of these things just made me want to go for more.
Amen.
So yeah, motherhood.
Good. Next song.
Yes. Oh, I love this song.
I'm feeling high.
I love this song. This song, I don't even know what it means.
Say what song it is.
Oh, sorry. On and On by Erykah Badu. I don't really know what the song means. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's lots of stuff in there. There's lots of stuff in there. I'm also convinced that she did write it high, because she says, I'm feeling high. And she, at the end, she's like, my high is coming off a bit. I don't want your shit, but mine is coming down.
Mine is coming down. I love this song. I just love Erykah in general. Like, she inspired me. My mom used to listen to Erykah a lot. So every time, like, she would like be doing laundry or doing my hair, she would like put on some Erykah. So I just feel like it was this is a bonding song for my mom. When I listen to this song, I think of her. I don't know what she was doing listening to people being high, but this song, I feel like it's a bonding song between me and her. Every time I listen to this, I think of my mom. I think of her doing my hair, putting it in two little bolas, or her doing the laundry and I'm passing her pigs to hang up. I just think about my mom. That's when I listen to this, or when I think about it. And it also was a big inspiration for me to start singing as well. Like I said in the beginning, yeah, man, I just felt like I could sound like her. So I was like, ooh. So it's like, yeah, look at me, I'm Erykah. I also love her style.
Everything about her. She's just so cool.
Love her so
cool.
much. So, she's definitely she's a GOAT for real.
When I heard the song, it's just, for me, it's very much like life goes on and on.
Yeah.
I go on and on. Just keep pushing. Like, it's really about like continuing to kind of persevere at the face of like adversity or whatever it is. Like, everything does kind of go on, and you should go on. And I think that sometimes when like you're wallowing, I wallow quite a lot. So when I am wallowing, it's always like a good kind of reminder to be like, actually, if I continue wallowing like this, everything around me continues to go the way it's supposed to go while I'm staying stagnant and wallowing. So like, I give myself the room and the chance to wallow when I need to fucking wallow, but like, getting up after that and being like, it's okay. On and on and on and on.
Yeah. I feel like it's so important, to be honest, Nate, every time I cry, I feel like, I'm so sorry for I feel like such a sissy.
Why?
I don't know. I gotta stop that, because I don't give myself time to cry, and I beat myself up for it.
For crying?
No, like for not feeling. Like, I sit in the bathroom, Nate, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, why do you not want to cry? Just let it out. But I feel like it's because I don't have someone to cry. Like, I didn't feel like I had someone to cry to,
To cry to? What do you mean?
Like, someone that, you say you wallow. I literally sit in my sadness. Like I sit in it, and I'm just like going through, like I'm thinking about it over and over and over again. And then those thoughts of no one wants to hear you come in, right? And that's why music plays a big role for me, because that's one thing that I feel hears me. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. It does make sense. But I also feel like for you specifically, given this situation, you A, need to be kinder to yourself.
I do.
And B, as someone with like your body part basically floating around in the form of Zoe, kind of think about it like, if she was going through this, would I want her to feel like no one is fucking listening to you, or no one wants to hear this? Therefore, you should give yourself the room, and therefore the practice of being in your feelings, allowing yourself the space to be in your feelings, to cry if you need to cry, to feel whatever you need to feel, therefore giving her the permission to do the same. Because she's watching, and kids fucking watch. And you think they're not looking, but they're looking.
Oh no, trust me, I know she's looking, because there was a time where she came to me and she's like, you don't laugh anymore. And that broke me. I said, there's no way. So from there, I had to like make sure. But then that's also the thing with me, I know how to mask things. I need to be strong for everybody, and then I have like nothing left for me. So I'm just like, okay, I need to put on a face. When I'm being mommy, I need to be always smiling. I always need to have the energy. I always need to laugh, because she needs to think she's funny, and I need to build her character. But then also, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. As much as I love doing all these things, I'm just tired.
And it's fair, right? When I think of like, I think the first episode, my friend Kenza, one of the songs that she brought up was My Little Love by Adele, which she is about her kid, right? Like, and she was going through a divorce at the time, so very like talking to her kid, and like, I see you, I'm so sorry, I'm trying my best to kind of help you. You can like use your music to do that, right? But when you say like you mask, and when I say kids are watching, they're very good at when you think they're not looking, they're looking. And then if you come in the room and you're smiling, and she saw you weren't smiling, she's internalizing that, and you're seeing that that's the way that it is. And what I think that like for people, like, I'm not a parent. If I in the future want to be a parent, really, like, it's a very difficult job to have, A, and B, like, being able to have all the tools to be as emotionally there as I possibly can for the kid and for myself, but also like telling the kid, like, I'm sad today.
Oh yeah, I do that.
I'm sad today because X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And like, if you need to cry, you cry. And so the kid, that sometimes people get sad. Yeah. I think sometimes people want to like mask like their feelings to not trigger other people. Like, I do it sometimes. Sometimes like I'm really, really sad, and I don't want my partner to ask me why I'm sad. So I'm like, chipper, then we go to bed, and I start crying in the dark by myself. Like, I'm not by myself, it's just, he's lying right there, but he can't hear me, because I think also, like, as an oldest child, I've also really I've learned how to cry without being heard. If you can hear me cry, A, I want to be heard, or B, it's something so hard that I can't not make a sound. But I've become really good at like crying in silence, which is not great, because like people are there to help. I think that's the one thing that you feel isolated, that like no one is going to help me, or like no one has the time to do it, so I just kind of have to do it myself. And so like I try not to cry in silence anymore, because I know that if he was crying in silence, I'd be pissed off and be like, why don't you want to, I want to help you, I want to be there for you, and therefore allowing other people to be there for us in that way. And sometimes I feel like, okay, cool, we don't want to be always like, oh, what would other people do? But sometimes we have to, because that's the only way we can be kinder to ourselves. Like, when I talk to myself like mean, I'm like, my friend, I wouldn't want my friend talking to herself like this. So why would I do it to myself? I don't want my sister talking to herself like, why would I do it to myself? My partner, I don't want him talking like this about himself. Why would I talk to myself about this like this? I need to show up for myself better. And yeah.
I always, like, when I, like, with what you said, when I talk to myself mean or whatever, I look at myself and I'm like, my goodness. Like, I always think about God. Like, I don't know if you're religious, but I always think about God. I always think, like, he loves me so much that he literally put me here so that I can have all these things that are great in my life. So I'm very grateful. Like, I practice gratitude as much as I can. But there are just times where it just feels like the whole world is on your shoulder. And as much as you just want to, like, walk around and be like this chirpy little bird, it's not easy. But talking to yourself kinder does help. It does help. And I tried doing that, or journaling is cute. I tried doing all of those things. I'm still trying to do it. I try to pray a lot as well. I try to put God in the center of almost everything that I do. Because if I don't do that, then I'm pretty much lost. I'm not even going to lie to you. I feel like if I don't pray, I cannot go about my day. Because I do not know what to do from here. Once I stand up from here, I don't know what to do. You know, so it's very important for me to do that. So I also started putting it, like, in my kids' routine. I need to make sure that she also prays, to make sure that she knows that, you know, it's very good to pray. You know, so she's always like, "Mommy, God is so good." I'm like, "Yeah,
cute.
yes, he is." So it's very good. We have one more song.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Cinnamon Girl, Lana Del Rey. This one, I love it because I feel like it's about me. The song, how does it go again? It's about, there's things I wanna talk about, and I just let you. It's like, she says, if you hold me without hurting me, you'll be the first. Whoever did. When I heard those lyrics for the first time, I cried. I cried because I was like, what? Did you just say? I felt like it was so surreal to me. Like, I feel like when I listen to the song, I think about myself.
Okay.
And I think of myself as a bunny.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Not a, like, yeah. Like, you just, or I think about other people, like soft people. Like, you just look at them and you're like, how could someone possibly want to hurt you? You're so soft and so sweet and so kind. I also think about Chipo when I listen to the song, because I just look at her and I just look at her like a little baby. Like, she's so tiny and so cute, and I'm just like, how could anyone want to hurt anyone? So pure and so kind, and make them feel worthless about themselves, or just like they're not somebody. It makes me really upset. But when I listen to this song, I just feel like it's okay to be soft, and, you know, it's like, it's just okay to be a bunny. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's okay to be a bunny. Like, it also just
to want to love and to want to give.
Yeah, it's okay. But that lyric, that one lyric, oh man, that one took me out. I won't lie, because I heard that and I said, "There's no way you said that, girl. Who says that? You got some magic in your voice." But I love this song. There's not even much to even say about this song. It's just that when you listen to it, it feels like you're drinking cinnamon tea.
I think it's in contrast with the Alex song.
Yeah.
In the fact that this is like, I want to love you. I really want to love you, and I'm doing my best to love you, but you're keeping me at arm's length. This is what, like, keeping me at arm's length. You take drugs and you take all these things, and you just create this distance between us. But I'm gonna persevere through that, and she even says I win, because she's gonna, like, sift through all that. Versus, like, the Alex and Sir song, where they're like, you know, I'm giving you the love that you want. It's a much easier love. I think that's the love in Love on Demand is a much easier love, whereas the love in Cinnamon girl is hard and tumultuous, and she's deciding for herself that she's going to continue loving this person, whether like you know what I mean, in a way that might not serve her all the time, but she's going to continue to persevere this person, which I think is sometimes it's bro. I think
sometimes it's because sometimes it's
we need the other one person in the relationship to like keep us.
It's kind of giving like I can love me for the both of us.
I don't know if it's the best.
No,
I wouldn't advise it.
No. Don't do it.
Good on her. But I also feel like those things, it could either go really, really well where the person kind of grows, or it goes really, really badly where your confidence, your self-image, all that stuff is kind of...
Exactly, because it's not easy being somewhere where you're so deeply like in love, or even whether it's friendship or whatever, where you're so deeply invested. Kanti, the other person is just
it's not.
It's not easy. Like, I just feel like...
Yeah. And I think sometimes, I don't know, you have to like go through lots of like relationships to find like that one person that says like, if you hold me, touch me, and you don't hurt me, you're gonna be the first one.
I'm tired.
You're tired, baby. I'm so sorry.
I don't want to. Like, I really don't. Like, I feel like I'm gonna leave it to God. Send me my person, sir. Until God comes down himself and sits down here and tells me this one is for you, I'm not doing nothing no more.
But it's about like showing you signs as well. I think, I don't know if I saw this in a movie where the analogy is there was a person in a town, right? They got warnings that there's gonna be a flood coming. Move your houses, like leave
the house.
And then this guy was like, nah, I'm gonna wait for God. And then they got warning, didn't go. Fine. When the rain started coming, someone with a boat came. I was like, what are you doing? Come in the boat. They said, no, I'm waiting for God. Staying, helicopter in the air. Bro, come. I was like, I'm waiting for God. He dies, he drowns, he goes to heaven. He's like, God, I'm so angry at you. Why didn't you come? He's like, I literally send you a warning. Then I send you a boat. Then I send you a helicopter. And you said no. What do you want me to do? So in that, for me, just saying, leave it to God, but also don't sit down.
Yeah. Because, I mean, God helps those
that help themselves. And, like, he will show you signs. And he will, bring that, like, what you need, he will give to you. But don't wait for him to physically manifest for you to believe. Because it comes in many things. Yeah. It comes in someone who's opposite of what you used to date before. But they make you feel comfortable. And then you're like, oh, this is easy. I think sometimes, like, when people are so used to toxicity, it's what you expect. So when someone calming comes, it gives you anxiety. Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
Because I'm not used to this.
I'm not used to someone treating me with respect. What is that? But that's don't, because I think you're like, oh, that's not my type. How do you know, dog?
Because you're only used to that one thing.
And that one thing hasn't... I always say to people, people are like, oh, the sisters are so cold. I want my tall man. I'm like, how's that working for you? How's that working for you? No, it's fine. You have all these things. No, how is that working for you?
It's not working, babe.
Therefore, you must change tactics. You can't have all these things and be like, I'm looking for. And how is that thing that you're consistently... Like, if you're like, okay, cool, I want someone who treats me well. That's non-negotiable. Fine. Someone who loves their family. Fine. Who treats other people with respect. Fine. But if you're like going like super superficial about like, for me, like height stuff sometimes, or like money stuff and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, cool.
But how's that going?
You've been looking for this person for 10 years and they haven't appeared. Where do you think they're gonna come from? No, really. Let's change tactics.
But you're right. You're very right, because the checklist doesn't always check out.
And be willing to make stuff like, oh yeah, I have high standards. I can't. Okay, then be alone. I don't know what you're gonna say. No, it's fine, because then you want to be alone.
Because clearly you don't want
immovability makes you a difficult person to live with. If you're someone who can't adapt and change the situation, same thing with your checklist. This is your checklist and this is what you're going for. there's some non-negotiables, like I said, fine. But other things, I'm sure you can lax on.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. The guy's not as tall as you want. He's like about here. Okay,
It's okay.
tall.
But
that's
like,
fine.
does the good outweigh the bad?
Like, what are you prioritizing? How's that working for you?
Okay, well, for me, it's not working out at all.
So let's change the
Let's switch it up.
Switch it up.
Switch it up. Definitely gonna switch it up. I think I'm gonna throw away the checklist.
And just wait
I'm
for
kidding.
God.
I don't have a checklist.
And speak like kind of to yourself, and like whatever you exude, you get back, and it's gonna work. And like, yeah, especially if you are wanting a romantic relationship, which is fine. And they'll be like, oh, you need a man. No, actually, men are great when you have a good one.
Yeah.
They're really, really great.
Yeah.
I love a man, but when he does it, you know. So like,
Anyway,
let's not be our own ups, is what I'm trying to say.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't just be trying to like block certain things, because I swear to God, there's probably like some great people, you know. I just don't.
When
see
you
it.
want, you want. When you don't want, you don't
You
want.
don't want. That's the thing.
You can
And
take
it's fine.
a goat to the river, but you can't make the goat drink the river. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah. That one also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna wrap up now. I feel like we've been talking. But before we kind of wrap up, I have a few questions for you. And like the first answer that comes to your mind is what you give, right?
Oh gosh.
First question.
Okay.
What is a song you wish you could hear again for the first time?
Michael Jackson. Sorry, standing in the mirror. Sorry.
Send them in. Why?
Because I feel like why? I feel like for that self-esteem, you know, for that confidence, just to look at myself in the mirror and be like, you're great.
Yeah.
You're
You're
doing
great.
great. Mm-hmm. Like, you're a fantastic person. Not the way he says it, but just like the words, everything that he's saying. I just want to put that into me.
Amen.
That's it.
Right.
Standing in the mirror, Michael Jackson. But honestly, just all of Michael Jackson. To be honest. Yeah. Yeah.
He was in Pocket, Pocket. Like the album with Thriller,
Ah.
no skips whatsoever.
He stood on business. That's all I'm saying.
No skips. Knew what it was doing. Next question. What's a song on your playlist that you think would shock the people who know you?
Okay, it won't shock people, but it's basically Sean Kingston. Beat It.
Why?
Because, like, when last do people hear that? When last do people hear that?
Beep, 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 it. Dun, dun, dun.
Got a problem, you know, it was just such a groovy song, man. But I just feel like people be like, Khadijah, where did you get this one? Yeah, it's me. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last question. An artist you think that people should listen to more?
Alex.
You're like the second person who says that.
Alex.
You said Alex.
Alex or Rhea.
Ooh, Rhea.
That voice. I would
And
love
she
to see
is,
her in
and
concert.
she is representing independent artists.
Yes.
Dog. She's someone that like
standing on
she
business.
backs herself and backs her art and backs her fans.
And you know what is like my favorite part about her? She's always barefoot on stage. I love it so much. I don't know. I feel like I like being barefoot because it feels like I'm grounded. It feels like if you have 10 toes to the ground, I feel like you're unstoppable. If you can just feel just like the ground beneath you. Yeah, it
gives you energy and brings back.
Yeah, and I just love that she does that. And just, she's so free-spirited.
What's your favorite Rhea song?
It's an acoustic version of Prada.
She's
She sang that to perfection. I want to throw
Rhea
her up.
is disgusting. She's so good.
How
It's
dare
gross.
you? Oh my God.
She's and she's also like she's very like she knows who she is and like her art, like her the way she looks.
Like, come on.
She doesn't sometimes like I follow her on TikTok. She's like she does her own makeup for like the shows and stuff, and she knows what her image is.
Exactly, and I love that for her because not every one of us know what we comfortable with, to be honest. But I love her. So yeah, definitely Alex and Rhea.
What is a song that gives you confidence?
Confidence is Yolanda Adams. What is that? Gotta Believe. I love that song. Also, just because of my mom. It's also like a gospel song, but that song, I believe. Yeah. So
She has a tattoo written "Believe."
So my mom used to say to me all the time, like, you just gotta believe that you can do it, and that's exactly what Yolanda Adams says in her song. Just that one album of hers with that song in it, smash, on repeat, love it. Yeah. So that's the one song. Yeah.
If you could have like a dream collab, who would it be?
Stop. Oh my God. Okay. Let me say, in Africa, to be honest, I would love to collaborate with Nkosazana daughter. But worldwide, oh, please give me Kehlani.
Ooh, Kehlani.
Please give me Kehlani, y'all. Please give me that lady. I swear to God.
She's so hot.
Sorry.
The album that I first heard Kehlani on is Sweet what?
Sweet
Savage, isn't it?
Sweet Sexy
Savage, yeah. Oh, it's not taking me back. And I don't know what you do.
I really like that one.
I'm not good for you.
I love that. Let me tell you guys something. Kehlani, she can have all my money.
In all of it.
In a heartbeat.
Her voice.
Her sex appeal.
What's on is hot. Guys, Jesus. This one is hot.
Jesus.
No, she's hot.
Damn it.
Nah, man.
How dare you?
And then
Look
her
like
voice,
that.
All the pretty girls in the world.
Give it to us,
Kehlani. Oh, wow.
Oh, but you got some vocals on you, huh?
I do. I sing.
So.
I sing.
When you coming back? When you coming back?
Oh, baby.
Let me come over there.
Come.
Let me come over there.
Welcome it.
Yeah.
Last question. If you were stuck on a desert island and you could only play 3 albums or 3 EPs, which would you choose?
Okay. I'd say, what is that one Drake album? It's Ties That Bind. It's so good. I swear to God, I'll send it to you. You should listen to that song. Word for word.
Why that song?
Because
what album is that, by the way?
Oh, what is it called? I'm so sorry. Let me just check. Because never mind. Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't bind, never mind.
Something, yeah. So that one song, there's this African artist on it, and I love that he put him on because he makes the song sound so diverse. It sounds so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish we could play, but it sounds so good. You should definitely listen to it. I don't know, man. It's just something about it. It's also feel good. It just makes me feel good. Like I said, I love feel good music. If I feel like I can just lay down
and just listen to it,
yeah, definitely give me all of it.
Second album.
All of it. Okay, so it's that Nevermind one, and then I'd say Jhené Aiko. What am I doing? What am I crazy?
Which one?
Is it so Sail Out? There's two. There's literally 2. Like this one and that one.
Okay.
Sail Out and something else.
Yeah. Which song on Sail Out?
On Sail Out, I'd say To Love and To Die. And then on the other one, Brave. I love Brave. That song, I love that song.
Okay.
No, definitely. So definitely Jhené Aiko, Drake, and I want to say Kendrick, but no. Oh, SZA.
Which one?
What's that album where she's with the clocks?
Controller.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was
Gone
too
with
good.
Love galore.
I love that one.
Drew Barrymore.
Oh, Drew Barrymore was my favorite. Why is it so hard to expect the party's over? You can meet your new friends and the mom jeans and the new friends and she's perfect and I hate it. Oh, so glad you made it. I'm so glad you could come by. Love that song.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
So that's a great songwriter as well.
What about you though?
What about me?
Like, if you were stuck on like a desert, just 3 albums to listen to. Give them to us.
Nothing Was the Same, Drake.
Oh.
And I think that's Pound Cake on that album.
Of course.
Is the song.
Cake.
Damn. Then I'm gonna say, just because I love it so much and it's been in my mind, Renaissance, Heated is where it's at. And I'd have to pick one of Oliver Mtukudzi's many albums, because Oliver is like a Zim artist, like a legend in the Zimbabwean music industry and in Africa in general, and his music for me just feels like home. So I'd pick like one of his albums, with Todi, Neria, all those songs, just to feel I'm on a desert. I know I'm gonna die, right? But I'm not gonna come.
But
so
at least
I want to die to something that I feel like is home and can hug me and can send me off in a very like comforting way. And I think that when I'm off, I think I'll start off with like Nothing Was the Same, kind of getting into my hype, and then like middle wise, Beyonce's taking me like to church, just doing all this needs to do, and then when I'm about to drift off and die, definitely some album took it to send me off.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're done. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram is Khadijah _Herunga. On YouTube, The Fairy Godmother, because I'm a fairy. And on TikTok as well, Fairy Godmother. You can also find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, same name, Khadijah Herunga. So yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah. Listen to all her songs, guys. Listen to stream her.
Stream my music.
Add her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
Thank you.
And we spoke about so much.
We did. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.